Hi, I'm Vice Mayor Laura Pastor in the heart of the city, Rocket District 4, and of course, talking about water safety. Hi ladies, hi Lisa, hi Ruth, how are you?
I'm well.
Great.
Why did you get into water safety?
Well, when I was 13, I was actually at an apartment complex, and I was watching a little boy playing on his own, and he kind of didn't come back up after playing for a while. So I walked through the gates, past 25 people, including his mom, and he was at the bottom of the pool. So I picked him up, and of course, somebody grabbed him from me, and he did survive. He was 6 years old, and that really stuck with me as something that should never have happened.
Oh, Ruth, that's an incredible story.
Yeah.
How, like, yes, that we definitely need water safety,
Yeah.
especially witnessing that and understanding the traumatic stress everybody went under,
Yes.
including the 6-year-old. So, then what happened?
Well,
how
it's
did-
been on my mind, of course, and then as I got older, Arizona became the #1 drowning rate. We had the highest drowning rate in the nation, and that really bothered me as well. And I thought, well, you know, the kids really need to tell the parents what to do, because my daughter used to tell me what to do all the time. So that's basically how I thought of a character and some rules, and make the rules fun, but get to the parents. And Lisa can talk a little bit more about how to get to the parents through the kids.
So one of the biggest things as a teacher, students or parents or kids always teach the parents. And so I'm glad this program was created around water safety, but around children who will then inform or educate parents on what to do. And that is, I would say, one of the most clever things to have put into play in the water safety piece.
Thank you.
Wally the dog. What's
Man's
the
best
program?
friend.
Man's best friend, you're right.
Yeah.
Is that how the program started, with Wally the dog?
Well, we wanted a character that the kids could A, relate to, B, enjoy, and be informative. So essentially, Ruth had a vision of the character itself. So I basically just started doodling on napkins, if you will, casual, and we created Wally. And kids love him, and he's relatable. It's kind of like Disney, you know how they have their characters and children really assimilate with that. And then the other half of that coin is, you know, Smokey the Bear to fire. Why not Wally the Waterdog? And it's simple.
And it is simple, because what I said, Wally the dog, but it's really Wally the Waterdog.
That's
Correct.
And you'll remember water dog, Wally. And what does Wally do? How does Wally teach? What are the 4 principles?
So Wally has rules, which are fun. Sometimes kids don't like rules, so we're trying to make them fun. One of them is that you have to have an adult anytime you're near water. So that includes tubs as well, because Arizona has had problems with that. You have to have an adult with you near water. You have to look for the person with the band. So this is the designated water watcher. And that person is watching the kids. They're not on their phone or their iPad. They're not in the house. They're not looking out the window to watch the kids through the window. And if somebody decides they don't want to watch the kids anymore, they hand it to someone else. So the first rule is an adult. The second is the band. The third is sunscreen. Can you imagine if kids got used to having sunscreen and they have their own little bottle? We work with Arizona Sunscreen. And that would be something that would be part of the rules as well, wear sunscreen.
And 4th?
Is listen to the water watcher. A lot of kids laugh when they hear that when we do our schools and our assemblies. And that's something that they really need to do, is make sure they listen to the water watcher. If they say come out of the pool.
Come out of the pool and not just stay there. You know, listen and leave. I know it seems kind of hard, but unless you have somebody else to trade off, I mean, that's everybody assumes that somebody's watching somebody, and that's the problem, because somebody isn't watching that somebody, and that's why we have all these issues. And 99% is
So the
preventable.
rule is really the water watcher, them listening to the water watcher and understanding who the water watcher is, because they have a red wristlet or bracelet with the eyes saying,
Correct.
I'm the water watcher.
That's right.
Keep your
That's
eyes
right.
on your
And
child.
then,
Keep your eyes on your child.
Yes, and basically listening also means we need to put sunblock on you to protect you from the sun, from burning, and also leading into another, if you get burned and everything else.
Right.
So,
And those are Wally's rules. They're not the parents' rules. Sometimes, like I said, kids don't like rules, especially from their parents. So Wally is telling them to do that. And we as a company are telling the parents that there's only really one way. It's not just fences, it's not just alarms, or that would have
Floaties.
all worked before. There has to be someone that is actually designated to watch them, and that's the campaign.
and I'm also assuming the person that's designated to watch them knows how to swim and knows CPR and has all
Absolutely.
the safety.
That's right.
Absolutely.
And they're an adult, not
Right.
the older brother, sister that's 9 or 12. It needs to be an adult.
And that's what Wally is informing everybody and educating
Correct.
young children,
and parents.
students, parents, everybody.
Yep.
And really, where can I find the program?
Well, you can find things like the free band for mom or dad, some of the puzzles, and some of the other things that we have, card games for with the rules that parents have to play with the kids, and that's all on our website. You can either Google Keep Your Eyes on Your Child, you can Google Wally the Waterdog, or Safety Around Water, and you can find resources for fence companies, putting your kids in swim class, because that really is the second most important thing besides that, is getting your kids in swim class early, and there's a lot of schools out there.
So my question is, if I'm an administrator and I'm at a school and I'm getting ready to release my kids to summer break, knowing that there's a pool or a public pool around the neighborhood, how would I reach? I would call Wally the dog and say, can you come to my classroom or come to my school
Yes.
and have an
Yep,
assembly,
exactly.
and can Wally show up?
We
Yep,
just did
we
that
just
last
did that,
week in the
Kat.
Cave Creek School District.
And we
was
did it in your district at the Roosevelt
Oh,
with
good.
Nick.
Good.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's very, very effective. And the kids have so much fun. And we give them the stickers and tattoos, and then and send stuff home with them
Okay.
for the parents.
And do you do parent meetings?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so you do educate the parents on what the rules are, what Wally, the water dog's rules,
Yes.
and the importance of
Their
Wally.
role. Their
What
role.
what Ruth did early on was all these things are repetitive. The games, the puzzles, the signage, and it's all vetted by a child psychologist. So everything that we're doing has a purpose. And like again we said, it's simple. The kids like it, and it's easy to get to the parents through the children versus us talking to the parents, because they've heard it blah 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 blah.
Well, the thing is that what's exciting is knowing that the whole process and the program went through a child psychologist, and
Yes.
knowing how to really affect or
Get kids to
get
remember.
kids to remember.
Right, our
Yeah.
games.
They are
and-
sponges.
Yeah, the game, when I made it up, it was based on repetition. So you learn the characters. Like Wally has a little sister, and there's other friends that are going to come into play. But we got to get Wally and everyone understanding what he's about and the message of keep your eyes on your child. We all really need to be saying the same
Yeah.
thing.
Even as an adult.
Oh, absolutely.
That's
We're not
right.
in competition.
I have grown kids, and I even have to
Right.
watch them.
Of
so
course you do.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Ruth and Lisa, for creating this and understanding the need of it in our community and water safety, and of course, creating Wally the dog. I'm Vice Mayor Laura Pastor. See you in a few. And we're back, and I am here with Roy Rogers from Phoenix Fire. Woo! And he's going to teach us he's going to teach me CPR, and he's going to teach you CPR. Roy.
All right. Well, thank you, Vice Mayor Pastor, for learning this valuable skill today. Since we're talking about water safety, we're going to paint a scenario where you might find yourself over the summer. The scenario is you have a child that was pulled out of the pool, and I'm going to demonstrate what we want to do.
Okay.
The first thing is obviously make sure he's in a workable space, a nice hard firm surface, and then you want to direct somebody to call 911. Okay?
Call 911.
Yes. You want to make sure that you just don't throw it out in the atmosphere. You want to designate. So you, ma'am,
Roy Rogers called 911.
in the white shirt, please call 911. Just like that.
All
Awesome
right.
job. Okay. And then you're going to, can you remember CAB? And the reason I want you to remember CAB is it stands for compressions, airway, then breathing. Okay.
Cap.
All right, so you have your child here. You're gonna do one hand on the lower part of the breastbone, and you wanna do hard and fast compressions, about 100 compressions a minute, pushing about 2 inches. Now, when they come back with other things like an AED or a pocket mash, you would incorporate that into the CPR. But for now, because we don't have those items, you're just gonna remember push hard and fast at about a rate of 100 compressions a minute, just like this.
Okay.
Would you like to try that?
Sure. Okay.
Very nice. Just keep going, and you want to continue those compressions until the professional responders arrive,
Okay.
and they'll be able to take over for you.
You don't anticipate it being so stern or hard.
That's normal. There's a lot of cartilage and breastbone there, but the key is to make sure you push that down very hard because you want all the blood in the heart to be pressed
it.
out and circulating to the rest of the body.
Is that 100?
Rate of 100 a minute, but you're going to keep going until professional responders arrive.
Oh, okay.
Very nice.
So can I use my other hand because my right arm is now just kind of sore?
Yeah, absolutely. You can
then I
use
can
your other
go-
hand. Ideally, they want you to use one hand because if you have two hands, you might push a little too forcefully.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, one hand is the ideal for a child, but when you get into the adult CPRs where you would use two hands.
Okay. So for a child, it's one.
For a child, it's
Got
one
it.
hand, absolutely.
Thank you, Roy, for teaching me CPR. I don't want to be in this situation, but if I am, I will be confident and know what to do. Appreciate everything that you do and your service to the City of Phoenix and to our firefighters. I am Vice Mayor Laura Pastor in the heart of the city, Rockin' District 4.